Hello, I'm Harold Metzel, founder of 10 Talent Stewardship, where we show you how to put planned giving into action in your church. The other day, my friend Jim surprised me a little bit. As we sat at Starbuck sharing coffee, his normal bubbling enthusiasm seemed to have taken the day off. Now, Jim is a sparkling guy, the envy of many. He's a full-time stewardship pastor at a prestigious church with lots of assets to work with, lots of people, a successful program, and he himself full of passion. One of those guys who always talks about his stewardship program with the zest of a motivational speaker. But today, he was different. "What's going on, Jim? You seem a bit low," I asked. "Oh, I'll be all right," he said. "It's just that I learned last week that Pastor now wants me to provide oversight to the big capital campaign that we're setting up." Oh no, not again. I've heard this same story from many pastors. Those who were hired to develop a specific area, but the job assignment kept expanding. First, just one more area of oversight is added, then another. And after a while, burnout takes root. Efficiency is lost, along with the joy. And without intention, that spark is snuffed out. Now, why this happens is easy to understand. Someone once said that the reward of a job well done is another job to do. Do you have people like Jim on your staff? Those with first-rate ability? But whenever a new pressure point raises its head and you're looking for someone to tackle it, do the same few people come to mind? Well, if you're not careful, you can become guilty of stifling the spark in those key players. So how can you prevent it? I'd like to suggest that you take a few minutes to review the work that's been assigned to each member of your team. And ask yourself these questions. Why were they hired or added to the staff in the first place? Have additional or unrelated things been added to that job description? Is anyone overloaded? I mean, do they think so? And then what could be done to correct that? I'm convinced that the fix is to do what the apostles did. And they didn't add staff. They appointed deacons. But I want you to hold on. Because every church tradition has its own understanding of deacons, what role they're to play, what tasks they are to do, and so on. But if we remove the title from the job that's to be done, how can it be said in its simplest form? Men and women were appointed to oversee whatever was necessary so the apostles, those leading the church, would not have their spark die off. The bottom line is that it doesn't matter which individual we look at, nor the role that they play. If we give a person more to carry than is possible, the result will be burnout, efficiency and joy lost, the spark extinguished. So for today, I'd like you to forget the traditional definition and the role attached to the title of deacon. In fact, let's don't think about that word. Instead, just ask what needs to be done. And who are the people in the congregation who have the capacity to fill that role? Then ask one of those people to begin thinking about how they would manage the task. Allow them to identify others who would work with them to get it done. The result? You'll end up with new leadership, new groups, committees, task forces. No additional staff, but lots more spark.